Will the love continue when my walk becomes a crawl? So why do I dread my trespasses will leave a deadly scar? Will the love continue when my walk becomes a crawl? These lines come from a song by DC Talk. So what if I stumble? This is how real these fears are, right? For so many people, as we live life in this world, as we walk in this self-condemned, consumed by sin, fueled by hate, driven by crazy world, this beautiful place that God has created, that we are slowly destroying with the fact that most of us simply don't care. How many of the people in this life today have been scarred? Most in more than one way. Most with scars that they're too ashamed of to seek help for. Scars that we just know ensure our place in eternal damnation. Scars that have molded us into the broken, the damaged, the scared. Scars that have convinced us that we are condemned to be unloved. To be unloved. Scars that cause us to hold on to the past, to continue to chase and to search for a way to escape, a way to forget, a way to leave it all behind, if only for a moment. As we walk in this life with Christ, as we begin to heal, as God begins to remove these deadly scars from our minds, our bodies, from our hearts that we've dwelled on for so long, as they are brought back to us, as we face them, as we struggle to give them to God. I wonder if the woman in Luke chapter 8 and 43 felt this way. Luke 8:43 says, "Now a woman having a flow of blood for 12 years, who had spent all her livelihood on physicians and could not be healed by any." I wonder how often she felt this type of pain. Hers was a physical thing, and not really a scar maybe, but in those days it made her unclean. She would have been shunned, abandoned by her family, suffered from embarrassment if people really knew, but her faith made her whole, made her well. Mark 5:28 and 29, and then 28, 29, and 34 says, "For she said, if only I may touch his clothes, I shall be made well. Immediately the fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of the affliction." And on down verse 34, "And he said to her, Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace and be healed of your affliction." Now I'm sure, even though her faith was strong as it was, at times her walk became a crawl. As one physician after another failed to heal her, the scar from this illness, the sorrow, in that moment she knew she had no hope left. The thoughts, my sins are so great I can't be forgiven. Why does God continue to let me suffer? How do I escape the shame that is a part of me with this affliction? How she must have struggled to remain loyal, to stay faithful, to continue to love God, so much so that she still placed her hope in the one and only Son of God. Isn't this proof that His love continues, whether we walk or crawl? His love remains, even in the moments our sins create those deadly scars that only He can heal.